Okay, looks like we're live. Let me move this to the trash. Move it to the trash. Put this in another monitor. Move this into another monitor. Okay. Everything is set up, right? Then I can do this. Whoops. Okay. So there we go. I should have something. Actually, want to do something. I don't want to, just in case. Don't want to change all this to a bool. Right. Bool. Bool. Whoops. Bool. 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 How many of these have I done? Okay. Whoops. Sorry. Okay, now I have to change everything here. Okay. Let me actually put it like this. return false. I get this. This goes to support as well. Return true. Return false. Let me put it like this. Change type of assert from void to null for a better handling of test reports, I guess. Okay. And I guess I'm gonna have some sort of report assert. Yo, what's up, Ahmed? Weird question, but do you like math? To be honest, not really. Not really. Why? What do you ask? Why do you ask? Do you like math? Damn. Why damn, bro? Why did you say that? I got my calculus exam coming up, so I'm so cooked. When do you have it? Tomorrow? God damn. Two days later. I mean, you still got some time to, you know, not be so cooked. And as much as I hate saying this, maybe you shouldn't be watching my stream if you're that cooked. Just a tip for you. Okay. So how can I say this? I'm gonna have some sort of a char message all passed. That's what I'm gonna say. But I got my operating systems and DBMS exams too. What is DBMS? I guess it has something to do with databases, maybe management. Never had a problem with any subs except math. Yeah, I mean, same, honestly. I could help you on the operating systems one, but maybe in the DB as well, but definitely not on the math. That's for sure. Unfortunately. So I do have this, right? Database management systems. Yes, funny enough, I am the top scorer of my class, but the lowest in calculus. Damn. So what do you do in the DBMS class? Like, do you just learn like SQL itself, or do you learn like how to manage like a database and all that kind of stuff? Because I did have a class last year, which it was like just databases, right? And then we learned like the basics of it. We learned SQL and all that kind of stuff. We'll learn SQL on relational databases. Okay, so is that the first class that you've had about databases? Or have you had any other? Whoops. I don't want to do a function for every single thing, dude. Hi, have you ever tried yourself in network programming? Hi Nikita, I have not. That is something that I have on my list of things that I want to do. But no, I have not tried. Why do you ask? But yeah, it's something that I definitely do want to try. Printf implementation, maybe? I don't know. So maybe this can be all passed, char message, and then dot dot dot. Right? I thought of becoming a data scientist initially, but man, it is boring as hell. I think I'm passionate about programming and cybersec. Fair enough. I mean, you definitely have a lot of opportunities in cybersecurity, so go for it. I think it's a very good thing. If you like cybersecurity more, then just go ahead and try it out, you know? Oh, but I am gonna have to. Fuck. I don't want to have to do that. Anyways. Shit, well. Report assured. Int, I guess. Maybe. And then I should have some sort of int expected, int actual. You know, then I should have some sort of int assert float, and then a float as well. Yo, what is up, Darko? What are you working on? I am working on CTest, which is my own testing library written in C, which is based on JUnit, which is a testing library in Java that I used a couple of months ago. And so, you know, I thought, why not? Let's just do this in C and see how hard it is to actually build it. And so far it's going pretty good, I'd say. So what is the order here? Int, short, long. Okay. Whoops. So int, short, and I guess a nice. Thank you, bro. Are you working on anything? I gotta go. Is that I gotta go? I got exam tomorrow. What is it about, if you don't mind me asking? Good luck. Anyways. Got you. I ask because I've been learning networks and all this stuff for like 2 months, and I'm And right now I'm going to write my own minimal firewall. That sounds like a really fun thing to do, honestly. I am kind of jealous of you. That sounds like a really fun project. What are you doing it? What language are you using? Are you gonna be using C or like any other language? Tell me. I guess double can be used. Physics. What do you mean physics? You're gonna build your firewall like a physical firewall, like an actual like physical device which acts as a firewall. Don't understand. I guess there has to be a, I don't know, chart. Sure, why not? What the hell? Char, not chat, char. Okay. No, I thought you asked with subject. Oh shit, yo, I'm okay, I got it wrong. I thought you were another guy. I'm so sorry. Physics, damn. Physics. And how do you feel about it? Are you confident or are you cooked like Ahmed? Speaking of networking, I'll be building a network jammer with ESP32 as my final year project. Finna go to jail. God damn. Make sure you test it with people that are willing to, test that thing out. Don't just try it on like random people. You can deadass go to jail for that. Honestly, yeah, it's pretty interesting. However, it's pretty challenging as far as I see. And yeah, and see. That sounds so cool. What do you use to learn? Like, what do you have any resource to learn? Like any videos? I don't know, web. Any tutorial that you used for that? It's just class test, so nothing to worry about. Damn, dude, it's almost like midway July and you still got exams. That's crazy, not gonna lie. By the way, what's your fab programming language? The one that I'm using right now, C, the greatest programming language of all time. No cap. No cap. Actually, the greatest programming language of all time. I mean, if it's, yeah. I mean, okay, so let's see how I can do this. So if I have, I don't know, let me go all the way up, and then I can have assert in a group. Test, run test. Okay, so let me do all this, right? Would you recommend me to install Linux? Absolutely. Well, it depends, honestly. If you're gonna be like programming on kind of like doing all those kinds of things, and if you like the way like the way that it looks and the different tools that you use, then I would definitely recommend it. Maybe you can start with a virtual machine rather than going through the whole process of installing it on your computer. And maybe with a VM you can first try it out, see if you like it, break things. Don't care about what you do, break or whatever, because at the end of the day it's not gonna have like any effect. And then if you see it, then go for it and then install it on your computer, on your hard drive. I have no idea where I am going to get all that info. that I need, but I'm planning to use ABPF at least somewhere. But like, how do you, Nikita, how did you learn about network programming? Like, how do you first go about it? Do you find like a video or anything like that, a book, something like that? Darko, I really recommend you. Yes. Same here. To use WSL. Yes, actually as well. Really good point. Let's do return 0. Whoops. And then if passed, then I can say printf, I don't know, I don't know what I can say in here. Oh, I was thinking of using Arch Linux because I love customizing a lot. I mean, it depends. If you're ready for the challenge of having your own distro with Arch, then go ahead. But it's not going to be hard. I mean, not going to be easy, for sure. Like, do you have like any experience or any idea of how Linux works? How like, what tools do you want to use with Linux? What do you want to do with Linux? Or is it just like you have no idea about it? I was just doing projects, and step by step I've learned some stuff. Damn, that's even more impressive. Nope. Then I don't know if going straight into Arch Linux would be the best thing to do. You can get a pretty good result with like some of the more, I guess, easier distros. Like I just used Ubuntu as school computer. Well, then maybe you have some experience with Linux if you used Ubuntu. Bro, better start with simple Ubuntu, learn file system, etc., etc. Yes. Listen to the wise Nikita. He knows what he's talking about. I guess I don't even need to like report this. So I guess shit. If passed, then I can say print half. Whoops. Failed. Failed. Maybe I can do, I don't know, this, and then I can put the message here. Whoops. And then what else can I do? Anyway, see ya, bro. Good luck with your physics exam. You got this shit. We'll be on tomorrow's live. Thank you. I will be there. I don't know at what time, but I will be there. Failed. Okay, I guess I could say, since this is a new line, I could say details. I think I would also need a source location, right? Const source location block. Yeah, that's definitely something that I need. Const block. What are you talking about? Whoops. Okay, and then whoops, const source location block. Okay. So then if I have my details, I can have, where do I have this? Okay, details. On file. No, fuck this. On file, and this would be S line S, I guess, as well. Function. Line and then function, okay. So function. Function. Probably an S as well. Okay. No. Okay. this is a %u. Boom. And then I can say, sorry, log file name, log, sorry, line number, and then log function. Okay. Format specifies type char, but argument has type unsigned int. Wait, did I not change it? What are you talking about? I don't know why, but the hardest part about learning was searching for some corner cases, solutions, and special flags for some functions. Everything else was rather easy. By the way, how old are you? I'm 21. 21, that's what I am. Wait, I messed up somewhere. Oh, yeah, I changed the... There we go, okay. Can I ask how old are you? If you don't mind me asking. Okay. Then I can have another one saying expected %d, but got expected this, but got %d instead. Or maybe, I don't know, I feel like this is not really that professional. 14, yo, what the fuck are you, like, nah, that's crazy. Nah, what? Ain't no way you're 14, bro. Like, are you actually serious? Are you actually 14? Yeah, I'm 14 for real. What the actual fuck, bro? I mean, I'm speechless. Congrats, honestly, congrats. You know, to be 14 and I'm already doing that kind of stuff. That's crazy, bro. You're gonna make it really far if you keep going that way. You know, I'm out here 21 fucking doing this bullshit. Anyways, okay. Expected versus optional. Expected and then actual. Yeah, of course I did. Thanks, man. Dude, I mean, how? Wait, okay. How long have you been into programming? Like, is it something that you started recently, or have you been like doing it since like you were 7? I don't know. That's crazy, man. 14. Dude, I was playing, I think, how old I was. I mean, I was born in 2004, so that was like, what, 14 was 2018. Dude, I was playing Fortnite at that time. Good old Fortnite. Not doing much. Okay, so that's what I have. So if it fails, then I should have something like this: assert equals int. So have something like report assert int with like I don't know what to put as a message, so I'm just gonna say, well, I don't have to report it if it actually passed. So this is where I'm gonna have report assert int. We're gonna stay like this. This is gonna be false. Expected. And then okay. So then if I have this, Okay. Seems good enough to me. No, I think I've started at 12 by some basics, algorithms, Python, etc., etc. In 13 I've discovered C++. Then I've got bored of this high-level language, and now I'm here running some C stuff. By the way, is English your first language? No, it is not. I'm Spanish, so it is not my first language. Is it your first language? Damn, you got into C++ at 13. Wow. Just absolute wowzers. So you started with Python. Oh, so you have a pretty nice level. Thanks, bro. I mean, I tried to do my best. And one of the reasons that I created this channel and, you know, started streaming was also to improve my level. So yeah. No, my first is Russian. Yeah, I mean, I guessed that with your name, but I didn't want to take a wild guess, you know. You also seem to have a really nice level, by the way. Especially considering you're freaking 14, bro. What the hell? Yo, what's up, friend? What's up, Joycey? How you doing, bud? Let me actually close this. Okay. How you doing, bro? Okay. Sort equals float, so I guess I should have something similar. What are you? Here you are. Dude, my glasses are so dirty. What the fuck? Okay. That's better now. So maybe what I should do is okay, I know what to pass now. Okay. What is it? Just assert equals int. Then this should be an assert equals int. Whoops. Boom. Random question: have you ever contributed to an open source project before? No, I have not. Have I? Don't think I have. No. But that's something that I also want to do. Yeah. Have you done it, Joycey? Have you ever contributed to a project? Great. Failed assert equals int on file. Yeah. Seems good enough. And then I can have something like, where's this? There we go. Okay. Then printf. Boom. But then when I come in here and I say start equals float, so maybe what I can do is I can get this out of here. I'm like a baby programmer. I just started learning Python because I'm out of college and unemployed for now. Well, good for you. You know, it's good that you picked up programming, honestly. Do you like it? How has it been for you? Are you enjoying it so far? Hold on, I lost it. Okay, here it is. Start equals int, and then this would be get this whole thing out of here. Then I can have okay, bro. I think I gotta go start doing some researchers for firewall. I'll come back tomorrow if you're going to start live. Thanks for your time. I also want to go through your code just for fun. See ya. Bro, you left me completely sucked. Like, how the fuck are you 14 and already doing this kind of stuff? Can I ask you another question before you go? Who got you into programming? Like, was it something that you found out of yourself, or like maybe your dad, or I don't know, somebody older than you like taught you programming before? Or is it something that you saw like on YouTube, on the internet, and then decided to pick it up? I'm really curious about that. Start equals, this would be a short. Okay. Okay. This is going to be the same thing. Whoops. And then this is going to be long at the end of the day. These are all the same type. Okay. And then float. I guess I'm gonna have to say report is sort of float. Yeah, it's been fun. I just need to break the habit of if you're not good at something immediately, it's not worth continuing. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the reason why I started doing this kinds of videos, you know, like programming every day, was exactly because of that. You know, because I wanted to get better at it. So, you know, by forcing myself to do it every day, then, you know, eventually I would like improve over time, you know. So I think that's good. If you manage to like, you know, get some work done every day, then you'll eventually just get insanely better over time. My dad got me involved in all this stuff, but then I've started learning everything myself. Wow, that's amazing, dude. That's really amazing. Yeah, I mean, anyways, thanks for stopping by. Congratulations, because what you're doing at your age is impressive, and just keep going, bro. What's your plans for the future in schools you want to learn? Full stack DevOps, something like that? Absolutely not. I don't think I want to learn any of those things. I don't think I want to get into web development. I don't like it. I think it's way too like over complicated, over engineered. Plans for the future, I don't really know, as I'm still in college and I still got some time to, you know, kind of decide what I want to do. But I would definitely I would like to stay in the like the low level programming world, you know, maybe like do some OS development, some like embedded programming, stuff like that. Maybe that's what I would like to get into, but I don't know, like I don't have anything decided yet. Thanks, man. Good luck for you too. Thank you, bro. See you tomorrow. Maybe I'll be live tomorrow, hopefully. Okay, so this would be assert equals float. This is false, then this is the expected, the actual, and then the log. There we go. I hate web, but I feel like a person always keep learning in this field. It doesn't hurt anyways. Yeah, I mean you're right. For some time that like I think it was like a year and a half. Sorry, a year and a half ago, I did get into web development. You know, I wanted to like learn React and all those kinds of things. And then as I started to like do different videos and see tutorials and all those kinds of things, I realized just how overcomplicated those things are. Like, it was just like, bro, why do I have to install like thousands of packages just to get a simple page up? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So, you know, then I left. But yeah, it doesn't hurt to learn that kind of stuff. Harshil, sorry for not answering. I'm using Fedora right now. And then which editor is it? This is NeoVim. NeoVim right now. Can I do NeoVim? Yeah. NeoVim 0.11.2, and then in my GitHub you can see my NeoVim config to see the different plugins that I have. But yeah, this is Fedora. Do I have Fastbits? Here it is. I am just using Fedora 42 with KDE Plasma. I'm using right now Hyperland with Wayland. I'm using Alacrity as my terminal. This is my font. This is pretty much, I think I just clicked my IP. No big problem though. I'm gonna assume you chose NeoVim because of the plugins, because Vim users are obviously cooler. Can you show the NeoVim screen once? Yes, I can. There you have it. I mean, honestly, I chose NeoVim because like the first YouTuber, or like the first programming YouTuber that I ever saw was the Primagen, and he was using NeoVim. And I just started using NeoVim because of him. Never really tried Vim though. And yeah, I mean the plugins are cool. So yeah. Also, which field are you in? I guess computer science is the answer that you're looking for. That's the field that I'm in. Is Arch Linux better? It depends though. I don't think it's better. I mean, if you're the kind of guy that wants to spend the entire time configuring every single thing about your Linux, then sure. CS, but which major? I mean, my major is CS. Like, that's literally what I'm studying right now. CS. Counter-Strike, yeah. My personal favorite is obviously Counter-Strike Global Offensive, but you know, there's different types of majors, you know. Anyways. I can get rid of this. Okay. Okay. I'm back. So what can I do? Then I can. Whoa, this is not a flow. Assert equals double. Double is a type itself, right? Can I do this with int? I don't know. Fuck it. Let's try. Double. Get rid of this. And then this would be double. Okay. This is C. Okay, so if I say C times 2, then this should work. Anyway. I am also a CS student, so I'm doing better in backend and machine learning. Is it good? Or does it have future? It definitely has future, for sure. Especially the machine learning stuff. It's gonna be huge in the future. So yeah, good choice. Absolutely, yeah. And then backend, I think it's it also has a lot of demand. So yeah, you should be good. Don't worry about that. As long as you enjoy it, then that's all that matters. Okay. Should I shift to Linux as Windows is my primary? How better is it? Well, I mean, if you're a developer, I think it's better for you to switch to Linux. You have better tools for developers. If you're gonna be a backend engineer, then I think you should know that most of the servers where the web pages and pretty much every single app is hosted on is they're using Linux. So the more you know about it, then the better. I also think it in like a general way it works better because it doesn't have as much like bloat software as Windows does. And honestly, I think it's more fun to use than Windows. I can get my my keybinds, and I can move between windows, and I can have all these different shortcuts that allows me to use my system in a very efficient way. So I think that's really fun, honestly. Yes, I know, but Linux is just agitated to oh, shift. Okay. I mean, listen, if you don't want to like completely switch to it, like go from like a Windows to a Windows, from Windows to Linux straight up, what you can try is WSL. Definitely know what I mean. WSL Windows. I don't know if you've heard of it, but this is basically like a Linux machine inside of Windows. It's pretty much just like a you just use it through a terminal. So you have like this, for example, like a Linux terminal inside of Windows, so you're able to learn all the different commands and the different like file systems that Linux use, but you're still inside of Windows, so you are not completely shifted over to Linux. Okay, virtual environment, yeah, it's similar like that, but just way easier to set up, and it runs better, I think. So yeah, or dual boot. No, this is a virtual environment. This literally, you go into the CMD of Windows, and I think you do WSL install, and then I think that's pretty much it. WSL install. I think it's like as simple as that. Yeah, this is all you have to type. And which Linux recommend? If you're first getting into Linux, then I would recommend something like Ubuntu or Debian, maybe. But yeah, I would definitely go with Ubuntu, as it is one of the most famous one. It's also one of the most like supported in terms of drivers and programs that you can use on it. And it also has a lot of community behind it. So if you have like any problem or any issue with it, chances are that somebody has already had that problem before and has already solved it. So yeah. I use WSL as my kernel Ubuntu for running my codes. Okay, that's good. So then you're looking to like move to a more like real Linux experience, right? Like moving from WSL to Linux. Yes. Okay then. Then maybe what I would say is yeah, install Ubuntu, try it out, see if you like it or not, and then maybe you can move into some more like, I don't know, guess cooler but maybe not that known distros. You got it. Which distros are you using? Right now I'm using Fedora. Pretty much is the only one that I'm using right now. yeah, Fedora with KDE, and then I'm using Hyperland as my window manager. What do you create and work on? Right now I'm working on CTest, which is a testing library in C, inspired by JUnit, which is another testing library, but for Java, which I used a couple of months ago in a project that I had to do, and I just wanted to like try to replicate it myself in C. That's basically it. That's all I have to say about it. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Okay, assert equals double. Boom. Right. What ID is that? This is not ID. This is NeoVim, which is like a terminal-based editor. That's what it is. Oh, great, man. Nice work. Keep it up. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Are you working on any project right now, Harshil? Are you doing like any project at the moment? And then, yeah, Darko. This is NeoVim. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but yeah. This is maybe you know this guy. Pretty known guy. Primagen. He uses it as well. Primagen. Boom. I am not working on. I want to create a chatbot kind of thing. Wow, that sounds really cool, honestly. But yeah, basically, I came across one of this guy's videos. He was using it. I thought it looked cool, and then I just started using it ever since. That's pretty much it. This is why I love Linux. It looks cool. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it looks cool, but it's not that hard to get something like this. Like I have not spent that much time, configuring it. It's just I wanted something that looked cool, but that it wouldn't take me the whole day to like configure. I guess it's a pretty good middle point. But then you go into like Reddit and stuff, and you see what people are doing over there, and it looks amazing. Let's see if I can find it. Linux. There it is. Just a general question: can you game on Linux? You can, but not every game. For example, I have Steam installed in this, and I think you can play a certain amount of games. You can play a lot of games actually, but for example, if you're looking to play games like, I don't know, League of Legends or Valorant, or games that might have their own like anti-cheat, then that's gonna be a little bit tough because they're not gonna be supported for Linux. But then, for example, I think you can play Counter-Strike in Linux as well. I mean, there's like a list of like Linux supported games. Yeah, I think I was install Fedora 2. CS2, yeah, you can play CS2 in Linux. I think natively though. Like, I think you can play natively on Linux. Comrade ready. Where can I see the different games that you have? Oh, there you have it. Here you have a list of all the different games that you can play on it. Then you have a different rank, like gold means it runs pretty well. Platinum, I think it like runs like almost natively, runs perfectly out of the box. Perfectly after some tweaks. I don't know what this is. Okay. I'm learning Baby. Will that work on Linux? What is Baby though? Wait, let me look it up. Baby engine. Data driven, built in Rust. Probably does work in Linux. Baby Linux, maybe. Linux dependencies. Okay, yeah, and then you have Fedora support as well. But if you're gonna be using Ubuntu, then this is what you want to get. So yeah, it does look like you can use it in Linux too. Wait, what is this for? What is Baby used for? Like for like data analysis? Data-driven game engine. Oh, game engine. Okay, my bad. Damn it, you know Rust? That's crazy. Is it that hard to learn? I'll check your GitHub to know about your project to know. Yeah, you have it on the description of the stream. You can check it out there. Animation, you can do animations as well. You can do 3D graphics, 2D graphics. It is cross-platform as well. God damn, it's got everything. Actually, I don't know Rust, but I think I can learn it. I know C++ and C#, and I guess this is Godot script up until now. Well, then maybe it wouldn't be that hard to learn Rust, since you already know C++, which I think pretty similar to Rust, I think. I don't know. But yeah. You can contribute to it as well. Wait, where's the GitHub? Okay, here it is. 40,000 stars. Damn. This is crazy. Okay, here it is. Expected 5 versus actual 4. I guess you're more interested in low-level programming. I mean, yeah. For example, this year I took a operative system class, and I thought that was like really interesting. You know, just getting to know how OS work inside, and then you know how they manage all the different things. I think it's really cool, and I would definitely like to know more about it. So yeah, that's definitely what I want to do. Then I also do. I know some assembly. I've done some games in assembly, which has been interesting, to say the least. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm more interested in it in like low-level stuff rather than, you know, web development or stuff like that. By the languages that you know, I'm guessing you're more interested in like game development, Darko? You know, C++ is like the standard language for game development, and then C# is also really used as well, pretty used. The furthest low-level project I have done is making a terminal. That's in GitHub. You've done a terminal yourself? That's crazy. Was it hard, like, for you to build? Okay. Failed to start equals double, expected 2, which is actual 4. Yeah, using sudo and stuff connecting to PowerShell. Yeah, it would, I don't know how to speak anymore. Yeah, it was hard. So like how did you do it? Like did you just like did you do like the visual part of the terminal? I don't know what p sudo is. And then, you know, when you do that like visual part of the terminal, do you connect it with PowerShell to execute the commands, or like how do you even do something like that? Like I wouldn't even know where to start. Okay. Float, and then I can have a char, I guess, whatever. I'm just gonna take this whole thing, put it in here, and then do a C. Whoops. Boom, boom. Okay, and then this would be, so where is this at? So I have float, double, char. I should have something like, then I should have something like port assert char with a assert equals char. This is a false, a it's API con byt, that's the thing. Connects PowerShell on my terminal, UI like middleman. Okay. Like, did you watch any video or any like tutorial on how to do it, or did you like do everything yourself? Okay, so assert equals char, and this should be pretty much it, and then I can do, yeah, this is a string, so this is what I get, this is it. Boom, boom. This is not a char, this is a string. What do you mean? So it's gotta be a const? Why? Just because I decided to, right? Yep. Well, you're not gonna be a const anymore. Don't give a fuck. Fuck that thing. Then I guess, yep, I have to change this. No, I did not. I found some things online and couldn't find it. I just used GPT. And whoops. Do I not have to change anything else? You sure about that? How long did it take you to complete the project? Like, how much time did you spend on it? Okay, so I guess this is gonna work then. Yep. Okay. Assert equals char. No, this is gonna be a string. Assert equals int right here, like 7 days or something like that. I was sitting morning to night in front of the computer. Well, that's good, you know, at least you were committed to it. You can check my Git Darko control. Let me check it out actually. GitHub.com. I don't know. Darko control like this, but it only works on Windows. Damn. Just a 16-year-old developer. Dude, what is wrong with teenagers, bro? So I'm guessing this is it. Next term. Yo, I had a 14-year-old in my chat as well saying that he was gonna build a firewall in C. Like, what is going on? You make me feel so bad about myself. Screenshots, BNG. Oh, this looks sick as fuck. God damn. Do you write the whole code from top to bottom by yourself for all projects? Or if not, how much help you took from GPT? I tried to use GPT as least or as less as possible. I don't like using it for like my personal projects, since I'm doing this to learn. But if I have some like super important question that I'm not able to find in Stack Overflow, then I will use it. But yeah, I try to write the most amount of code myself. You know, unless it's like completely impossible for me, and then I have to go into GPT or like Stack Overflow. But yeah, I try to write as much code as possible. God damn. So if I wanted to try this, would I have to like just clone the repo and then execute the exe file? Or how could I do it? Tap terminal support, theme and UI. Is this actually happening, or did you just include it to, you know? I have releases. God damn. Okay, so this is serious. Bug fixes. PowerShell errors now visible. How do I get more ideas? Also tell me tips to learn and build more. How do you get more ideas? Maybe look at the tools that you use, you know, the different programs that you use, and like things that you use pretty consistently, and then maybe try to build it or build them yourself. Doesn't matter how bad or how good it's gonna look. Try to, you know, replicate it, just to learn more about things, how things work. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Tips to learn and build more. I'd say tips to learn is to probably avoid using ChatGPT as much as possible. Maybe if you do use it, tell it to explain everything that it does. Doesn't matter what it's doing, just, you know, make sure that it explains what it's doing and why it's doing it, you know, just so that even if you do use it, then you know at least what's going on. You know, you just don't copy paste, and that's that. And then yeah, try to fight with the code as much as possible. Like, you know, build things, try to execute them. Oh no, you have an error, you know, go back into the code, try to figure out what's wrong with it, with like the least amount of help possible from, you know, AI or whatever. Thanks for that. Yes, I'll do that then. So wait. Darko, your yeah answer is for this, right? For the coming soon thing, right? SPI controller, where can I practice coding for free? Damn. Damn, what kind of practice do you need? Is it like the basics of programming? Yeah, that tab system is added. And is it in this release as well? Yeah. Damn. it's in latest release. All right, we have 2 more as well. So the first one was 3 weeks ago, the second one 3 weeks ago, and the third one 3 weeks ago. Wait, what? Basics and beginner stuff. Basics and beginner stuff. Damn, that's a really good question though. I honestly have no idea how to help you on that one. I don't know, it depends like what language are you trying to learn? Controller? Whoa. Okay, whoa. Here it is. Okay, but if I did, if I wanted to try this, like would have just get the zip, you know, uncompress it, and then I would just like get the exe file. SPI controller, I would recommend just do projects with the language you like. Yeah, I mean, sure. That's a good tip as well. Yeah, get the zip and zip it, and then it will have all the files in the exe file. Alright. I'm gonna give it a try in my Windows machine. Not gonna lie. Do you have like any user? Like, has anybody tried it? Obviously besides yourself, of course. List all available commands, clear, show version info, view command history. Real-time directory tracking, designed to be fast, simple, and extensible. Damn. By the way, I'm still working, so there are many bugs. I mean, there's gonna be bugs everywhere, so yeah, don't worry about that. No one have tried it. Have you tried like maybe, you know, promoting it in like Reddit or things like that, so that people, you know, find out about it and maybe they can try it and help you out with bugs and features and all that kind of stuff? Like, our handling is kind of bad. I'm gonna give it a star anyways. Okay, 4 commits. Only 4 commits, what the hell? Alright. So you just added all the files in a single commit? Crazy. Crazy shit right there. PDB, exe. Wait. Wait, so this does not include any source code, right? Like, this doesn't have any source code. Okay, it doesn't have code, it's in a private repo. Okay, gotcha. I could make it public if you want to see it. I mean, I think it would be good if you just had it public, you know. Not only for me, but you know, maybe for other people that want to try it and want to see the code as well. I think it would be good. You know, unless you don't want people to, I guess, steal your code. I think it's always positive to have your code public. Results. Great. Origin main. Oh, how long have you been in the CS field? 2 or 3 years, pretty much. I mean, back when I was like younger, I was more into like computers, but like the hardware side of the computers, not into software. And then when I got into college, into computer science, that's I guess when I got into the field. I guess. Yeah, it's public now. You can check it later sometime. Don't have to now. Okay, I'll definitely check it out. Let me give it a star so that I can then reach it. Next term. Wait, did you include it in here? For repositories. Oh, okay. Here it is. This is it, right? This is the repo. Is moving to Linux really a good idea? Does it really improve productivity as a programmer? Yeah, okay. Then I'll give it a star. Is moving to Linux a really good idea? I think it is, honestly. Especially for a programmer. I have been able to like really configure this to the way that I want, in the sense that I know exactly like what the different shortcuts that I have, I know exactly what I want to do at each time. So, for example, as you can see, I have my, like my window 1, I have my terminal, and this is where I program. In my 3, I usually have, my browser, where I can look for different things. This is mostly like programming related, with like the different questions that I might have while programming. Then on my second monitor, I might have, I have the chat in here, but I might have like some music or some like background video that I'm watching. And then inside of NeoVim, I can also like I have a lot of different keybinds that I can use to, move across files, delete files, and do all different kinds of stuff that that really make me feel more productive than if I were on like a Windows environment. I haven't worked on it for a week now because I got carried away by Voxel Gaming. You don't have to be working at it 24/7, Oh, this is it, right? Got a Voxel game. Updated 6 hours ago. Yeah, dang. Do you configure this yourself, or you just download it and good to go? No, most of it you have to configure yourself. Like for example, it depends. But yeah, most of it I do have to configure it. In Linux, you have what are called the dot files, which is where all the different config files of the applications are stored. Sorry for my really shitty English. So I have it in here. I have a repo in GitHub with all my different configuration files of Linux. So for example, this is my terminal. And then in here, I have some different settings that I have. Then I have hyper, and then in hyperlink conf, most of this is default. Like all of these things are default, but then I do have some custom things. Like this part is pretty customized to myself. Yeah. For example, NeoVim, this is pretty customized as well. I have like different remaps that I have in NeoVim for different things. These are different options that I can have, but yeah, it's not as easy as just download and then just get it working. You will have to do some configuring yourself. So maybe I need to get good with programming before switching, because it seems you need a little bit of knowledge. No, it's not really programming though. And a lot of it comes down to just checking the documentation of the tool that you're using. Why don't you use VS Code instead of NeoVim? Really good question though. I do have Visual Studio Code. Yeah, I think I had. Yeah, there we go. I do have it installed, and I use it sometimes when I have to debug. Yes, I trust it. But I like using NeoVim more because it is built like within the terminal. So, you know, it's way faster for me to access NeoVim than to open up a Visual Studio Code. It's more customizable. It allows me to do many more things than Visual Studio. It's faster also. It works faster, and honestly I just like it more than Visual Studio. What's NeoVim? I'm sorry if I'm asking too many questions, bro. Don't worry. Like, that's the reason why I'm doing this, you know, for you to ask questions, and you know, just so that we can talk. NeoVim is a terminal built kind of like text editor. So, you know, if I have, I don't know, let's say I have a file, I can just open, okay, let me go back to my CTest. I can open with NeoVim, I can open different files, and then I can, you know, move across the file, and I can like edit it and do all the different things. But then NeoVim has a really good thing, which is you have different keyboard shortcuts to move across the file, to delete things in the file, to, you know, undo things in the file, insert a new line, delete that, highlight different things. You know, you can do pretty much anything through the keyboard. You do not need to use the mouse at all, which it really makes the whole experience faster, and also, in my opinion, way more fun. But yeah, that's pretty much like the thing that makes NeoVim stand out from other editors is the keyboard functions that it has. And then you can pretty much like customize it to do anything that you want to do. But yeah, NeoVim comes from BI, which is something that you have installed in your in your Linux by default. Well, in this case it's BIM, not BI. But yeah, BIM stands for BI Improved, which BI is an older version of this same editor. BIM allowed for some scripts to be executed and stuff for, you know, better customizing, but it was pretty shit, so they released NeoVim, which is like the final version, and it's pretty much like the best one out there. Can you do file management in NeoVim? Yeah, you can. I mean, by file management, what do you mean by file management? NeoVim greater than Vim greater than BI. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But I can do it though. Like here I have my different folders. I can get into the folder, I can get out of the folder, I can delete the folder, and then I can create new files as well. Boom, there we have it. I can write in them, I can get back out into the folder. I don't know if that's what you meant by file management. But yeah, I can do it. But doesn't program execute in the terminal? If you edit the text in the terminal, do you execute it in another terminal? Very good question. No, I do execute and edit the code in the same terminal. Like for example, here I am editing the code, and then if I want to test it out, then I can do semicolon WQ, which saves the file and also exit from NeoVim, and then I'm back into the terminal, and then I can, you know, just compile and then run the code. I think there are better ways to do this where you can actually run the code inside of NeoVim. I just don't know how to do that yet. But yeah, I do it all inside of the same terminal. And then if I want to get inside, then I can just do a BIM, and then I'm back into, you know, the code. Usually people do it in like across different terminals, but I just haven't got used to that yet. Oh yeah, you can do it. Nice. What field are you in CS for real? You maybe into some kind of developer or some field in CS, or you just code for fun? I mean, I do code for fun. You know, nobody's forcing me to code right now, but I'm doing it for fun. But I do want to get into a specific field, yeah, which is kind of like, I guess, OS development or embedded programming. Definitely something that is like low level, but yeah, that's the field that I want to get into. I guess low level programming, you could call it that. As I saw your GitHub, you mastered in C, C#, Lua, and also what field is for. Dude, I haven't updated my... Wait, how do you see that? Oh, okay. You saw it from the repos thing. Yeah, so C# I learned it in college for different projects. This is for a mobile app that we had to do. But then I mostly do C and C++. That's like the two languages that I use the most. Especially C, that is the one that I use the most, and then Lua is just for NeoVim. Oh, you dropped me a follow. Thank you, bro. But yeah, Lua, I don't program in Lua. That is all just pure NeoVim configuration. That's what I do. But yeah, mostly C and C++. That's what it is. C, I learned it in college, and then C++, I learned it by myself. I know Python and C++. Should I learn anything else? Language, I mean. It depends what kind of field you want to go into. But I think those are pretty good, honestly. You have like a really like high level language like Python, and then a pretty low level language like C++. I think it's a good combination, honestly. What else can I do? Third int. I had to make an app in college too. What software do you use for it? I also follow you on GitHub +1. Thank you, bro. So I did use, for the app in college, I used C#. Pure C#. Let's see if I can find it though. So yeah, is it this one? Yeah, so for the front end I used, what was it called? Maui C#, which is a framework that allows you to do like front end for different platforms. So you can do the same front end or use the same code for you know, an application in Windows, in Android, iPhone, etc. And then for the backend I used what did I use? ASP.NET for the backend, also in C#. And then I used a Microsoft SQL database. Me and my friend thinking to work on an OS, and we're thinking to use Rust or C plus Sin. What is Sin, or do you mean SIG? As in the programming language SIG? As in this one? Or what is Sin then? Do you know anything to help us make it, like learning documents or something like that? Shit, I did have some documents. I don't think I have them in this machine though. I think I have them in my laptop. Shit, let me see if I can find them later. I think I had some documents about them. Yeah. Also, yeah, I don't think I have anything in here though. But maybe I can look for them in my laptop. But yeah, I think there are many tutorials on YouTube on how to build your own OS, which I think is super interesting. Boom. Okay. Sorry about that. Transformer PyTorch, transformer architecture from the attention to say all you need paper. Delivering a clear and focused code base for hands-on learning, engineered for real-world prototyping. It transparently, okay, let me check it out. Attention is all you need implementation, built with the tools and technologies, okay. Using pip, Python, and an entry point. Alright. Well, you have pro GitHub. What the hell? What the hell? What mouse is that? Very clicky. This is the Still Series shit, I don't know. Rival 3 wireless, I think. Nope. It is not. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, it's a Still Series mouse. I don't know which model exactly, but it is really good though. It's very light, wireless. Battery does last a lot. I think it's this one actually, but I didn't pay $90 for it. I think there was a discount and I got it for like maybe 35 or something like that. Still Series is goated for your W taste. I mean, this is the first and only product that I've got from Still Series, and I think it's pretty good. So yeah, I don't have any complaints with it. But yeah, I had a friend that he had this mouse as well, and he then told me that he didn't like it that much because, you know, like he felt that it was pretty fragile. But yeah, I mean, I don't really see anything bad with it. Like, it's actually really fucking good. Maybe the size, if anything, but yeah, if I want to be picky, but otherwise I think it's really, really, really good. Did I end up not making that much progress? Not your fault though. It's just my fault. Assert equals double array. Your keyboard? What happens with my keyboard though? What brand is it? Somebody asked me the same thing yesterday. It was a Mars Gaming keyboard MK422 maybe. I think it's this one. Which brand? Here you have it. This is with a blue switch, but mine's have brown switches. That's what it has. But yeah, this is the model. I mean, honestly, I just look for like the cheapest mechanical keyboard, and that's what I got. You know, didn't put much effort into finding a good keyboard. So how can I do that? I don't think I can report assert. I'm gonna have to do an int. Yo, what is happening? Okay, int. Assert equals array. Oh, this is double though. This is not what I want. Float, long, short, and then this is int. Okay. Boom. What else do I need? I guess this is false because it didn't pass, and then expected, actual, expected 554. Okay, but and then log, and then yeah, it throws an error. Cool C keyboard, man. Thank you. I mean, I don't think it's that sick, but thank you. Yeah, interesting. What if I pass? Nope. So what happens if I do this? Then what are you gonna output? Assert equals long, assert equals string, sort array. Expected 1 versus 3. Okay, well. How much time will it take to install Linux and set up Fedora? But do you want to do it on like a virtual machine, or do you want to do it like install it on your computer? As in like a dual boot. It depends. If you want to do like a full installation, it might take a while. But I mean a while, I mean like less than an hour, maybe. If everything goes well. Okay, so array long. Wait, where's my? Okay, here it is. Array. Let me do int. Sort int as well, and then int as well. Maybe half an hour, I'd say. I should just install it in a PM. There we go. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. Also, I would highly recommend following a tutorial while you do it. Because there are some like weird things that might happen during the installation. Like if you have to partition the disk, or if you have to, you know, do different things, then it could get a bit messy. So maybe, yeah, follow Ahmed's advice and just do it on a virtual machine first. And then maybe you can try it out, try Fedora a little bit, see if you like it, and then if you're fully convinced, then maybe consider having a dual boot with Linux. Okay, array float. This is not going to be a rate float. It doesn't complain about it though. What? Okay. Array double. Assert not equals int. I am thinking of dual booting. Well, if you are thinking about that, then be careful with what you do, because it could go pretty bad if you don't know what you're doing. So yeah, just make sure to follow a tutorial on how to do all the different steps that you need. Shit. Okay. So this is a pass, and then this is a fail, which I guess report assert int. Yo, chill out. Assert equals. This would be assert not equals. Without the int. All things work. I won't ask questions anymore. You're welcome. No, bro. No. It's not your fault. It's my fault. I'm not able to focus on two things at the same time. Please do ask questions. If I didn't want you to ask questions, I wouldn't be streaming in the first case. So, yeah, please do. So a bit of a broad question. What kind of programming are you interested in? Like application development, web development, security? Really good question. I don't know. That's the kind of answer that I can give you. Maybe not web development. I don't like it. Anything that has to do with like maybe game development I like it. Graphics development, I also like it. Low level programming, I also like it. So yeah, those would be like the fields that I enjoy the most, at least. Parser not equals int. Okay, so assert equals string not equals int. Expected 5 versus actual 5. Yeah, I think I will save everything before doing it. Yeah. I mean, just an example of how to not do a Linux installation. I planned on installing Arch on an old laptop that I had. And I don't know what I did wrong, but I think I didn't partition the disk in the right way. But unfortunately, I missed something, and then it my laptop rebooted, and when it rebooted, it said empty disk, and then it just kept rebooting. And I don't know what I did wrong, but I basically completely wiped out my disk. And it was a disk that had Windows, and that I was planning to have also Linux on it, and it was like almost a terabyte of disk completely gone, like completely wiped out. And so I had to install everything again. So just be very careful with that. Assembly is obviously the way to go. Lol. What do you mean by that? Does browser development count as web development, or web development just refers to website maintenance and creation? Wow, I mean, I guess I'd say browser development itself would count more towards the app development, as in like desktop app, rather than web development. Because at the end of the day, a browser is an application, so you're doing app development. You basically love coding, right? No different too. Do you mean me or somebody in the chat? If you ask about me, yeah, I love coding. I didn't love it at first though. It's something that I recently picked up. Also, the main reason why I started to do this like programming everyday thing is because I wanted to be good at it, and I felt like if I did it every day, then I would eventually not only get good at it, but also start to like it, and now I can say I definitely do love it, for sure. Okay. Bool passed, and then bool, I guess, expected, bool, I guess, actual. Okay, and then I can grab this one, bring it up here. Okay. Return, whoop, not in here. Return 0. Okay. Did you heard of the Ladybird project? They're trying to build an open source browser engine. Yeah, I mean, I do get it sometimes on YouTube though. Like I do get the Ladybird browser updates or something like that. Ladybird browser. Even though I've never seen one of these videos, I don't really know what this is about. But yeah. Didn't these people, didn't they also make another browser? And then they took that down and then started doing this Ladybird thing. Or am I wrong? I could be wrong. Like if you want to learn something, how would you do? Like if you want to, I guess, learn API, for example, do you read the entire document of that API about it, or just search it up? Well, Wow, really good question. I would honestly first try to find a YouTube video. That would probably be my my way to go about learning something first, you know, and then maybe afterwards, when I'm actually trying it out, I will use the documentation of that library or whatever I'm trying to learn. But yeah, probably I will use a YouTube video first, and then I will go into the official documentation. Let me completely do this and then say failed. I guess you count as a integer. Whoops. Do I have to change this? Well, I don't, since I don't have it assert true. Then I can say, whoops, report assert bold with a assert true. Past, I guess this is actual. Oh, you don't have an expected though. Good, so I can get rid of it. Okay, there you go. Expected. Out of here. Whoa, what am I doing? Expected. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, okay. Sorry, my English sucks. I mean, mine does too, so don't worry about that. Are you from Poland? Do you mean me? Am I from Poland? No, I'm not from Poland. I'm from Spain. That's where I'm from. Where are you from? I think you told me already, but I don't remember. Maybe you, I don't know. What browser are you using? I am using, whoa, sorry about that. I'm using Firefox. Because I don't know why. On Hyperland, Google does not work. I mean, it does work, but sometimes it glitches, and like it's weird. I don't know. I cannot describe it, but yeah, I use Firefox because of that. Wait, why do I have so many errors? What's going on? Whoops. Okay, here we go. So past, I guess this is actual. I don't have an expected. Well, I mean, okay, shit, I did mess up. So I guess an expected is actually true. So let me fix this. Expected, yes. I do have an expected. In this case, I have actual. Then I have expected, which in this case, if this is true, this would be true. Actual would be actual again, and then this would be that. Okay. And then this would be false. So I guess report assert bold, assert false, and then this would be false. Okay. So do I have an assert equals bool? I don't think I do. Too bad. Assert not null. So I guess I do have to do something about that. Wouldn't have guessed you to be from Spain, bro. What languages do you speak, by the way? I do speak English and Spanish. And like a little bit of French. But like very little. Why don't you use LibreWolf then? Because it's made with Firefox source code. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go try Chromium. Is this what it's called? I think I'm gonna try this one out. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really that worried about, you know, open source and all that kind of stuff. You know, the only thing that I'm worried about is, does it work? And if the answer is yes, then I will use it. Yeah, that's pretty much my reasoning, you know. But I think I will give this a try, see if it fixes my problem that I have with Google Chrome. And if it doesn't, maybe I will go back to Firefox, or maybe I'll try LibreWolf. I don't know. Print. So let me get rid of this actually. Like, if you're concerned about privacy and stuff, LibreWolf is good. I mean, I'm not really that concerned, honestly. Should I be concerned about privacy? I mean, the one thing that I would like, for sure, the one that I would use if they actually had it for Linux would be DuckDuckGo. But unfortunately, they do not support Linux, which sucks a lot, honestly. But yeah. Okay, so there's no print in here. Get this out. Get this out. Okay. This is also commented as well. Where pretty much doesn't have anything in there. Okay. So we should only report the failed ones. Yes. Okay. There we go. So then last but not least, I should have something like report assured null, I guess. I don't care about privacy. All they're gonna find in my browsing history is stupid questions and compiling errors. Yeah, same. I mean, if they want to see my YouTube history, then okay, bro. Like, most of it is just garbage. I don't care about that. And I don't think anybody will care about that, so, you know, I'm not really that concerned. Tar message, bool passed. I guess this would be a void pointer expected, and then void pointer actual. I guess so. I don't know if I can print a thing actually. On file. Don't think I can do anything about this. Doesn't work like that, huh? Chat. Are expected. Well, I guess if it's... Whoops. They called my dog. Okay guys, unfortunately I have to go. I am very sorry about that, but my time has come to an end. This has been like what, almost 2 hours? Good stream though. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. I will be back tomorrow with more streams. And yeah, thank you for being here. See you guys.